Hello everybody, you can call me Bloody, and welcome back to Spyro Knights. 6 months. Wow, we've somehow made it to 6 months of consistent uploads, of regularly scheduled videos, ever since this channel was brought back. Although there were a few times where we had a few delays, leading to a couple close calls and missing some, I guess you could say, self-imposed deadlines for the channel. But we can go over that later. We've learned some awesome new things this month. One of them being that we tried our hand at video game programming, as well as learning how to make some small music projects, and or some pixel art for said gaming project. Also, we've been trying our hand at some new video editing techniques. Anything that could possibly save us some time when it comes to video editing. But of course, every little bit helps. And also there was a time where we tried out some new video transitions. Well, at least one I guess, but just trying out one seems fair. But trying out too many new transitions all at once could make the video a bit difficult to edit, as well as making the video difficult to watch. But by experimenting and trying out some new things, we can definitely, well, slowly at least, get better at making these sorts of videos. Now usually we try to keep up a consistent pace of about 3 videos per week. And that is uploaded at around Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, for a few reasons. By doing these sorts of videos regularly, it pushes Bloody to try to be consistent at something that could possibly become creative, while also working under a strict deadline. Also, because Bloody is bored. That's really the reason. Of course, even with that, there were a few times where a video had been late, either due to personal problems or external disruptions that was completely outside of Bloody's control. Like for example, noise interference, or construction noises that are going on outside, and or any other stuff like that. And in one of the more recent videos, if I remember correctly, it was the Triglav crafting video, where it was just so noisy that I had to try going somewhere quieter for a little while in order to do my thing there. The only problem was that I did it at such a short notice that I had to do my best with whatever equipment that I had at the time, meaning that I definitely forgot some things when I decided that. Which meant that the video didn't have very much quality control in it, unfortunately. Now, of all the equipment that Bloody forgot, we somehow forgot the headphones. So I had to work with whatever sound could be produced from the laptop, which on my end sounded just fine, but when Bloody returned and put the equipment all back together, and tried listening to the video that was uploaded, I had no idea that there was such an echo and how different the audio sounded. Because the audio that was heard from the laptop was significantly different compared to the audio that was heard from the headphones. It was like a difference between night and day. And then Bloody essentially went into overdrive and tried to recreate the video, and then wound up unlisting the video with the bad quality. We haven't deleted it, but we did put a link to the unlisted video into the description of the fixed version. That was the first because Bloody wants to try to keep up these videos on the channel, even the bad ones, as it's a way to be held accountable for whatever gets uploaded for this channel. In that, if Bloody ever makes a terrible video, as well as the upvotes, downvotes, and comments that help reinforce that, then Bloody will try to use any and all responses and feedback to try to improve what they can for this YouTube channel. And by taking in these criticisms, it lets us learn from our mistakes, and helps us see what we can do to improve whatever it is that we need to for the better. For example, someone mentioned that I sounded like I was reading off a script, and I was caught red-handed. But, you know, fair is fair, and how I try to do these things now is that I try to have some pointers, in that I need to mention this and that. And I need to find a way to get creative in how to get from this point to the next one. So that if I ever feel like I'm having difficulties in saying something, then I'll at least try to make a half script, in that I'll try to start myself off with something and then just try to leave myself with some pointers in how to get from this point to that point, and just try to figure the rest of it out from there. Just to at least try to jumpstart the thinking process Just in case, if Bloody's ever having one of those days where they might just be feeling a bit off. Now I gotta say that doing these regular YouTube videos was in a way a good idea in that it gives me a chance to see how creative I can be in video editing and how I can try to put together a short and sweet video. And the person who Bloody is now, compared to who Bloody was 6 months ago, is a somewhat significant change. Probably not a night and day difference, but the difference was at least noticeable in that I try to look forward to making these videos. And every now and then try something new, whenever possible. And in some of the more earlier videos, Bloody sounded quite different to how they are now. So that's at least gotta be some form of improvement. Now back before this channel was revived, Bloody was just stressed and bored with everyday life, and wanted something to change. Then at some point was inspired by some YouTubers that Bloody was watching at the time, and then thought, hey, why don't we try to make our own videos? And that is essentially how we got up to this point. Right now the videos that we make don't have to be completely perfect, like some of the more well-known, larger YouTube channels with teams of people to make a popular video that you see on their front page. Even so, I enjoy making these sorts of videos, for fun. Mostly because I was inspired by some content creators on YouTube. There are some that I really enjoy watching. Like for example, there is one YouTuber named Dangerously Funny, who made videos focusing on Stardew Valley, where they try out stuff, experiment with mods, and all that good stuff. I really enjoyed those videos, but if I'm correct, they eventually stopped doing that because they either got bored of Stardew Valley, or they did pretty much everything that they could think of in that game, and there wasn't really much else of a reason for them to continue. But I'm just guessing. Now it seems that they're focusing on making daily gaming content, which is cool and all, but I don't think I could keep up with that, both as a viewer, nor would it be possible for Bloody to make daily gaming videos. But in a way I could see something like that happening with this channel, in that we could, at some point, run out of things to cover or talk about in Spiral Knights, and might one day have to switch to a completely different game. Either that, or the people that are running the SK servers might one day decide to just pull the plug on the whole thing, as it does seem to happen with online multiplayer games, eventually. But both scenarios are very likely not going to happen for quite some time actually. Now granted, there are only a limited amount of armors, weapons, and whatever there is to craft, as well as a limited number of bosses and events to work with, and SK hasn't had a significant update in a while. So if we were ever running low on ideas, we would just have to be more creative in what videos could come out. But that's for future Bloody to worry about, whenever that happens. We've learned and done all sorts of cool stuff along the way during these past 6 months, and some of them are stuff that if I were to tell past Bloody from 6 months ago, they'd probably be like, "What? You're crazy. There's no way we can do that." And rightfully so. But in the end, it's more I'm glad we managed to try something at all rather than stressing out over little details on proving why we can't do said thing. Who knows what'll happen. We'll just have to try out some new video ideas later in the future. Not sure what they'll be about for now, but they'll be a surprise for both you and myself whenever they happen. It's both great and surprising how we managed to make it this far. We'll still keep making these videos for quite some time, as I look forward to what's to come for this channel. And that's all that I have to share with you for now. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Oh, and by the way, I made a intro and outro for this channel. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you later.